Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. My name is Omar Nowick, and if you're wondering why my name is Omar Nowick, it's because I trade Nowick candles. So today's video is a bit special. It's a weekly recap, although it's including the whole video except Monday because I've recorded already the Monday trade recap. But yeah, let's get into it. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you about this week. Been nice. Not gonna lie to y'all. I caught like Monday. I made around $6,000, and it was 3 out of 3 trades. Tuesday, I've caught around $4,000, 4.5 ish, and it was 2 out of 2 trades. Wednesday, it was one win, one loss, and I made basically almost $0. It was a bit negative actually, not gonna lie, because of the spreads. And then Thursday, same shit, one win, one loss, so also break even. And then we ended the Friday, which actually it was a couple of hours ago, which I made a small win. So yeah, still W. I made around 1.5k. And I don't think I'm gonna take any more trades today because what time is it now? God damn, it's pretty late. It's like 5 a.m. So yeah, I gotta go to sleep after. Like, imagine guys, I'm recording this video for y'all, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm sleepy. And what else? What else? So yeah, totally it was 8 wins, 2 losses, and I made around. It was a good amount. Not gonna lie to y'all, it was like 11.5, 12k. But yeah, I'm not complaining. It's just the only problem with this week was Wednesday and Thursday were break even. So they got a bit into me, you know what I mean? Like, I know Monday and Tuesday were nice, but Wednesday, Thursday were break even. So I'm not complaining, but they got into me because you're gonna see. Actually, you know what? I'm just keep yapping because you're gonna see how I lost. The trades I lost were like, they killed me. But I'm gonna show you. Anyway, that's not the problem. So let's lock in. I'm gonna explain super briefly about the strategy because I know we've been getting a lot of new people. I've been seeing from the comments. So I'm gonna quickly, like in less than a minute, I'm gonna explain to you the strategy, and then I'm gonna get into the recap quickly. Because, by the way, if you still don't know the strategy, it's very extremely simple strategy. I made a 5 hours course video about it, so I would highly recommend you that you watch the strategy afterwards, because otherwise you're not going to be able to understand the strategy fully in depth, right? So after this, you got to watch this 5 hours course video. Anyway, cool. So all we do is basically, when we're in a downtrend, if we see a bearish no wick candle, we enter sells. Once price retraces back to the no wick candle, and if we're the vice versa, if we're in a bullish trend and we see a bullish no wick candle, we enter buys. All right, that's it. And then we have an indicator for it. You know what? I'm not gonna tell you what the indicator is, so you watch the 5 hours video. Because if you're serious about trading, 5 hours course videos shouldn't be a problem. All right. Anyway, so first trade was on Tuesday. The 3 trades on Monday, I already posted the whole video about it, so I'm not gonna go over it again. So we're gonna directly start with the Tuesday. Perfect. I yap too much, man. I gotta stop yapping for real. God damn it. Anyway, so as you guys can see, we're in a clear bearish trend on GBP USD. Both trades on Tuesday were on GBP USD. And then we got this bearish no wick candle. So here are my eyes. Shit, say less. This is the A setup, by the way. For the ones who know what ABC is, you guys know the A setup. So this was the A setup. So I've seen the bearish no wick candle. I waited for price to retrace back to the no wick candle. I entered the sells. Stop loss at the most recent lower high. Usually I would have it like somewhere around here, but I gave it some breathing room. So stop loss at the most recent lower high and take profit exactly at 1-to-1. That's it. That's all I had to do, chat. That's all I had to do. Bearish trend, bearish no wick candle, price retrace back to the no wick candle, enter the sells, stop loss at the most recent high, in this case was this lower high, and take profit exactly at 1-to-1. That's it. And then price just decided to rush through that shit. I don't know what was this, by the way. I haven't actually double checked it after, but because this trade was pretty early. It was like 4:30 a.m. my time. Now you might be wondering, okay, what the fuck are you doing 4:30 a.m.? Guys, these Discord, I swear, in Discord, so I got my students, right, my mentorship students. I don't know why there's this me and this one guy specifically, and of course the other students too. Like they just joined. We keep yapping, like we just talk about random shit all the time, like random stuff. Like we just chilling in Discord, and sometimes we yapping about stuff that's not related to trading. Like we talk about life in the U.S. and some random shit. But yeah, and then so of course some other students would join and ask a question, and then they would leave. So we just stay there for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I would somehow realize, oh shit, it's already 5 a.m. Anyway, so that was the first trade. A hit, take profit, super easy, super simple. I know now you might be wondering, okay, Omar, but what about this green no wick candle? What about it? What about it? Tell me, huh? What about it? It's against the trend, guys. I just told you. You gotta be with the trend to be able to enter this sells or buys. This is against the trend. That's why it's not valid. Cool? Anyway, that's the first trade. Second trade was this bearish no wick candle. A couple of hours later. So basically, I got an alert, and right now I have been having this alert, which is a bit weird, but like my notification is a bit like it's like a call. So I woke up from the notification from TradingView. TradingView sent me a notification on some yo, and no candle just showed up. I was like, say less, baby girl. So I woke up, I saw this, I was like, cool. Once I saw it closing, I was like, it's an amazing trade, right? So I put sell limit here, pull my stop loss at the most recent lower high, and lucky me there was this indicator, because otherwise I was like, yeah, is it a good trade or not? I can't see. I'm legally blind. So I was like, all right, cool, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I just put the sell limit, pull my stop loss at the most recent lower high, and take profit exactly at 1 to 1. That's it. Now, I know for the ones who've been watching the 5 hour scores video, you guys know like this is not ideal to do, because sometimes you still gotta manage risk somehow, you know what I mean? But in this case, I was like just lazy with it, not gonna lie, that's it. Plus, I got 3 out of 3 wins on Monday, and on Tuesday I caught this win. So I was chilling, you know, I was like up good, like I'm up 4 trades, so I was chilling. And yeah, that's it pretty much. So I waited for price to retrace back the no wick candle. I entered the sales, put my stop loss in the most recent lower high, and take profit exactly at 1 to 1. And as you can see, we let the magic happen. That's it. Like that's literally it. That's how simple it was, guys. Oops. I just want to double check that I'm recording, because this video is probably gonna be a bit long. So imagine this video is like 30 minutes and then I'm not recording. Oh my god, I would go to sleep and not post this video ever. Ever. So yeah, that's it pretty much. So now you know the trade recap for Tuesday. Both of them were on GBP USD. Both of them were sales. Both of them were take profit. Mwah, beautiful. Now this one was the A setup, and this one was also an A setup. When they're usually, guys, I told you, as I said earlier in YouTube, in the course, A setups have a 90% win rate. So when I take the A setups, I'm like, okay, I'm good, you know? Like, I know most probably this shit is gonna work out. Like, this shit is not gonna fail. You know what I mean? Most probably. Of course, there's no guarantees in trading. It's a 90% chance. So don't, like, if it hits stop loss, then I wouldn't care. Like, that's it. Like, even if I was watching the charts, if I see, okay, we're this close to stop loss, I don't care. Because I know we got a 90% chance. So if this is going to be one of the 10%, let it be. Cool. Second trade, or no, sorry, not second trade. These trades were on Wednesday now. Wednesday was pissing me off, guys. Like, I was so furious about this shit. Like, I can't even describe it. Like, because I also made the mistake, like, generally. I didn't give it enough breathing room. And that's on me. Because especially for y'all who watched the 5 hour scores video, you know, I told you, you gotta give breathing room to the stop loss, but I didn't give it enough breathing room. So that's technically on me, right? So what happened is, as you can see, we're in a clear bullish trend. And for the ones who are wondering why these didn't work out, should I say it or no? Should I say it? Oh no, actually I should say it because you don't know my time zone. This is basically early age. I was gonna trap you to watch the video because I don't want to talk about every single thing, every single rule, every single time, because then the videos will become boring for the people who already know the rules. But these were early Asia, like all of these. That's why I couldn't take them. Anyway, so here we're in a clear bullish trend, as you can see. Boom, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Now I know some of y'all might not see this as a higher low. If you don't, it's alright. Like you guys know, I always say this. It's a mechanical strategy, but there is sometimes like just the trend that where you gotta base your opinion. That's it. Other than the trend, you don't gotta base your opinion on anything. It's pretty mechanical. So 80% of the strategy is mechanical, which is good. So we're in an uptrend. Starting from here, by the way, I would have taken this. So as you can see here, this trade, I would have definitely taken this one. Boom. I would have taken this because we switched the trend here, right? And then we got a bullish no wick candle with no bottom wick. Then now you're gonna be like, okay, but there's no higher low. That's all right, that's the C setup. So we're chilling. We could take this. It's a C setup, but we could still take it. So when I see this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put a buy limit here, stop loss at the most recent low, and take profit exactly at 1-to-1. Right? But then price like went straight to TP and never tapped the no wick candle. So this order now is not valid anymore. And even like later on, it never tapped it. But let's say, for instance, if it comes back here and taps it, that wouldn't be valid. Why? Because we would already hit take profit. I know if you're still your first time watching this video, that this is a bit advanced concept. You gotta watch the course to be able to understand this properly, because this is a bit advanced, Anyway, so as you can see, guys, we're in a bullish trend. And then a bullish no wick candle showed up here with no bottom wick. Here I was like, alright, cool, say less, my boy. So I'll put a buy limit, and then price came, tapped the no wick candle. My stop loss was at the most recent higher low, which is here, and then take profit 1-to-1. That's it. As simple as it is. Now you might be wondering, why is my stop loss not here? Well, if you're asking yourself this question, like, why is this not the higher low, for example, and then you know what I mean? If you're wondering this, that means you definitely didn't watch my course, because as I said earlier in the course, a higher low is confirmed only when we break the highs. So before we close above these highs, I wouldn't count this as a higher low. Got it? So anyway, we saw this bullish no wick candle. I put a buy limit, waited for price to retrace back to the no wick candle, entered the buys, stop loss at the most recent higher low, and take profit exactly at 1-to-1. And look what happens, guys. Look what happened. Look what happened. Less than a pip. Hit my stop loss by less than a motherfucking pip. And then went straight to take profit. I'm looking at this shit like, like I might cook chat. And then Discord's asking me, yo, Omar, what is this loss? What did I do wrong? I'm like, bro, I know you didn't do nothing wrong, but it is part of the game, Now, I know some of y'all gonna hate me and we're like, yeah, but it was a clear liquidity grab. How didn't you see that? Well, yeah, but if you keep adding confluences, too many confluences with the strategy, you just gonna make it complicated. The best part about this strategy is it's simple. We want to keep it simple, right? Because if something works, if something that's not broken, why would you fix it? So this strategy works, although it's very simple. But if we keep adding concepts to it, we're just gonna ruin it. And I've been using this strategy for years now, and it's been working. That's why I don't want to add these random ass concepts, right? So because I don't want to see in the comments, yeah, this was a clear liquidity grab. So it is what it is. I hit my stop loss on the dot and then went straight to take profit. Couldn't do much about it. It's tough. We move on. Like, I low-key wish if it went like this and hit stop loss. I wouldn't care. But hitting my stop loss on the dot just, But that's all right. Because exactly, you see how I hit stop loss here on the dot and then went to take profit? I'm gonna have days where I'm gonna hit take profit exactly on the dot and then reverse to stop loss. So it's part, like, it's part of the game. It's backtested edge. Not much we can do about it. Anyway, the trade after. So as you can see, we have a low, high, higher low, higher high, and this was couple of hours later, and then we saw another no candle here. So when I saw this, I was like, cool. Let me enter the buys here. I was like, let's give it the second chance. And that's what we did, chat. That's what we fucking did. When I saw this, I was like, alright, cool. I put my buy limit. Or I think, I don't remember if this was a buy limit or market execution. I think it was market execution. I'm not sure. But anyway, so when price retraced back the no candle, I entered the buys. I put my stop loss at the most recent higher low, and I made my take profit 1-to-1. And then, as you can see, within 1 hour, we hit take profit. That's it. So after I took these two trades, I was like, you know what? I'm done for the day. Because as I said earlier, Monday I made 3 wins. Tuesday I made 2 wins. So I'm up already good. So I don't want to, sacrifice the profit, because here I lost. So I was like, okay, like I started like seeing it, because I don't want to do anything that would ruin my psychology. Ideally I don't want to ruin my psychology. So after this, I just basically stopped trading. And yeah, as you can see, that's what would have happened. Like, that would have been unfortunate. But I mean, did I even give it? Let me see, 12.5. So that would be 1.5 exactly. Or no, 2.5. Something like that. Or no. Fuck, I'm too sleepy. I can't do math no more. What's 10%? 1.25. So what would that be? 12, 13.5, 13%. I'll have my stop loss like somewhere around here. I don't want to do the math. I don't care. But yeah, anyway, that's it. That's it pretty much. So that was the trade. Fuck, man. I genuinely... where's my phone? Should I check out my NT5? Anyway, something like there. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday. Now we got Thursday trades. So Wednesday was break even. Or actually, it wasn't break even. It was like minus $160, $150. But like for me, that's break even. Like when I'm down or up $200 for the day, I just count them as break even. Like we call them in Swedish, we call them like växlar. Like, what does that mean? Like when you pay someone, like the cashier, and then they just give you like some coins. So what is it called, man? Fuck, I can't speak English no more. Change, that's the word, change. Like I count them as change, so I can't really count them as losses. It's just like business costs, let's say. Anyway, so here we got to Thursday as well. Let me just do it like this. Boom. Because this right here, guys, okay, so I have too much, right? Now I want you to lock in, because this was a bit advanced, but this was the best trade I took, actually. Like, it was an amazing trade. It was actually a really high IQ trade, I would say. Like, this comes with market experience, but this was a super high IQ move, and I want you to lock in. So as you can see here, we're in a clear downtrend. Boom, boom, boom. And then this bearish no wick candle showed up with no top wick. Cool. This is the A setup, by the way. Boom. Price tapped the no wick candle. So we enter sells, stop loss at the most recent lower high with some breathing room, and take profit 1-to-1. Look what happens after. Straight to stop loss. Didn't even, I didn't see a single dollar in profit on this trade. None. Straight to stop loss. A setup going straight to stop loss, guys. This is madness. Like, this doesn't happen often. And especially that I took, like, this week 2 losses, and both of them were A setups. That's the craziest part. Like, this doesn't happen often. But it's part of the game still, like, I ended this week with 80% win rate. I won 8 and lost 2. So that's not bad, like 80% this week. I'll take that. I've had worse week. I've had better weeks, but I'll take that. 80% in this week, I'll take it. So I took this loss. Cool. I'm not salty about it. People in Discord also took the loss. Like I was seeing my students, a lot of my students took this loss, and I just told them, yo, it is what it is. We all took the loss, like we can't do much about it. But then look what happens here, guys. So now here we shifted the trend, right? Here, where is it? Let me just put it here. So here we shifted the trend from a downtrend to an uptrend. So we're in a downtrend. After we broke this most recent lower high, now we're in an uptrend, right? And if you watched the course, you would know what I'm talking about. So when I saw this, I was like, cool. So now we're in an uptrend, and we got a bullish no wick candle with no bottom wick. So here I'm like, I say less. I was like, aye. That's what's up. So here I'm like, okay, I'm excited. But there's one thing that we gotta take into consideration. This is a C setup. So this was a C setup that came after a straight loss. So I don't think a lot of people have the balls to take this trade, you know what I mean? Because now it's a bit risky. Now, even if you want to count, let's say, this as the lower high, because I know I've seen some of my students who put their stop loss here instead of here, which is kind of wrong. Like, this is the stop loss of the external trend. This is the stop loss of the internal trend. But regardless, whichever you chose, you would have hit stop loss in this way on both of them. And you would have changed the trend on either ways. Like, even if you count, whichever you count, you would have changed the trend. But let's stick to one of them. Let's stick to this one for now, because that's how I'm seeing the trend. So when I saw this change of character, people here would be skeptical usually, because they were like, okay, if the A setup didn't work out, what would make the C setup work out, right? Like, the A setup has a 90% chance and it still failed. What would make the C setup, which has 70 to 75% chance to work out? Me personally, I know edge. I'm a mechanical trader. I swear sometimes I feel like I'm a robot because I don't have emotions. Or of course I do have emotions, but in trading I try to be as least emotional as I can. So here I cancel this loss from my brain. This loss is already gone. So I'm thinking, okay, what can we do now? Should I take this trade or not? So I was like, you know what, Omar? Let's be realistic. If I didn't see this trade, and let's say I just woke up here and I saw this trade, would I have taken it? Absolutely fucking yes. It's a C setup though, Omar. I don't care. I do take C setups, I'm alright with that. I know my statistical edge. So I put my buy limit there. Stop loss, we don't have a higher low. It's a C setup. So yeah, I put it at the most recent lows with some breathing room. And boom. That's it. That's it. Once I saw this, I closed, buy limit, boom. Straight to take profit. I don't know what happened after. Yeah. That's it, pretty much. That's it. Like, this is, guys, an evidence for y'all to start believing in the system. Because if I didn't, even my students, if you guys watching this video, lock in. I know I say this always, every Sunday and Saturday, and like in every single group meeting. But you gotta, guys, believe in the system. Just because we lost here doesn't mean that we're gonna miss on this. Because if you were emotional here because you lost this, and which is a valid trade, absolutely valid trade, not a single mistake in it. Like, I can't see a single reason why this wouldn't work out. You know what I mean? Just a normal loss, part of the game. But if this loss right here would affect you and make you stop trading here, then I don't know what to tell you. Now, of course, I'm saying this if you have a rule of, let's say, one trade a day. Then, yeah, no shit. Okay, good. You should follow your rules. But in my case, I have the 2 trades per day rule. So which is usually, but sometimes I break it, not gonna lie. So this rule is basically what I do is I take max 2 trades per day. If I win 2 trades in a row, I stop trading. If I take 2 losses in a row, I stop trading. If I take 1 win and 1 loss, then I'm allowed to take a 3rd trade. Okay, because then I'm break even, then I'm allowed to take a 3rd trade. But most of the time, I would say on average I take like 1 trade a day, and then if it's a win I just stop, you know what I mean? And even sometimes if it's a loss I would just stop. But yeah, that's it pretty much. So this was the trade. Very easy, very simple. No, it wasn't very easy, very simple. This one was very easy, very simple. This one, you need to have the heart for it. Like you need to know, okay, we changed the trend regardless here or here. We changed the trend. We saw the bullish Noah candle. We're in an uptrend now. So you need to have the heart to be able to take the buys. Now, for all the people who'll be asking, like, yo, would you take this or is it valid? Or yes, it is valid. Or like for my students, for example, like they'll be like, because after a loss, I don't know what happens with you guys. Like if you guys start, there's these two type of people. Some students are like, and I'm saying this because I've seen it from you guys when you text me on IG or when you comment on YouTube, and also from my students. There's three types of traders. Disciplined traders who are emotionless, amazing. And then you have who, these are, I would say, they're better, definitely better, like than the other one, which is these traders, after they lose, they become like they get scared of taking trades. You know what I mean? Like after a loss, they were like, I'm gonna calm my beans, I'm gonna cool my beans, I'm gonna hold my horses. And then they start overthinking each trade. And then they're like, oh yeah, is this valid? Is not valid? Yeah, but I just lost 30 minutes ago. I don't want to lose again. Yeah, you can't be like that in trading. But you're still better than the ones who lose and then start seeing everything as a valid trade. These ones are the worst because these ones are uncontrollable. Like if you, after you lose, you just lose your mind, I'm sorry for your loss, man. You're gonna blow that account, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the truth. But if you lose and then you just start to hesitate, that's still a very bad sign. But you're still like very close to becoming disciplined, you know what I mean? Because you think in your head that you're being disciplined, but the truth is you're not. And then the last trade was on Friday. Beautiful, amazing trade. And it was very easy, very simple. And I love this trade actually. It was on USD A lot of USD trades this week. So as you can see, guys, here we were. So here, this was a choppy market, I would say. We're like in kind of an uptrend. And then here we switched to a downtrend kind of, or internal downtrend. I'm saying kind of because I thought you guys are not going to know what an internal trend is. But you guys should know. So you see we're in an uptrend, then came in a downtrend, but still like choppy price action. But after that, what happened is we found this amazing candle, which said, okay, you know what, y'all, we're strongly buyers. We're definitely buyers. And price just, if you want to look at the external trend, now we're in an uptrend. If you want to look at the internal, there is no internal trend, but whatever trend you're thinking, here you can see that we're in a clear uptrend now. You can see we're in a clear uptrend. Like, you don't need to see the trend itself, but you can see structure was broken here to the upside. So now you know, okay, we're gonna push the price up. But how do we know when should we enter buys? Because, okay, after this part, we know price is going to push up. But when do we enter the buys? Well, simply, we got a bullish no wick candle with no bottom wick. What do we do in this case? You should already know this by now. Even if you don't know the strategy, you should already know it by now. We wait for price to retrace back to the no wick candle. We enter buys and stop loss at the most recent low. So in this case, it was here. So this is exactly where it should be. You see? Here. So 6 pips, and then you give it the breathing room. So before you guys tell me, because I know, bro, I hate this about some of y'all. Like, I love you all YouTube people. You're still better than the IG people. Because I know someone will be like, yeah, Omar, you said your stop was the most recent higher low, but why is it here? Bro, watch the course video and then come talk about this. Because, like, I'm getting frustrated about this because some people think, yeah, I would, like, just do this here, like the space, you see, just so I don't show that it hits stop loss, that it hits stop loss. That's not the truth, though. The truth is, if you watch the video, you will know about the breathing room. You don't even need to watch the whole course video. Just go and see the breathing room. So you see, I would have it here. And if I had it here, even then it wouldn't have hit stop loss, funny enough. But, of course, with the spreads, it would have. So what you got to do is always give it breathing room. So in this case, it would have been 6.5 pips. That's it. And take profit 1-to-1. And the breathing room is made for these cases, by the way, so that we don't get liquidity grabbed. And then I ended up getting liquid. Like, I have this breathing room rule, and then I got liquidity grabbed here. That's what's pissing me off. Anyway, that's okay, Omar. Calm down, calm down. All right. So as you can see, bullish, put a buy limit, wait for price to retrace there. We enter buys, stop loss at the most recent higher low, and take profit 1-to-1. Now, some random guru is gonna jump and tell me, yo, Omar, here you could have, instead of 1-to-1, you could have made 1-to-5, 1-to-6, I don't know how many. 1-to-5. Well, yeah, technically I could have, but that's not my rules. You could do that if you're feeling like it. If you're feeling like you want to be on the 1-to-5 RR trades and have a low win rate, go for it. But that's not me. I'm a 1-to-1 guy. I like to take a small piece of the cake, I eat it, and then I go to sleep. I'm good. I'm satisfied. And that's the reason for this is I want to have a high win rate. That's it. That's it. I want to have a high win rate. That's all I care about at the moment. So I don't care about having higher RR with low win rate. No, I want to have a high win rate with, even if it's decent RR. 1-to-1 is not low. It's decent. It's the sweet spot. This would be the same concept with like, which one was it? Like with this one. Or with this one, for example. Because, well, technically, with this one, you could have made, I don't know, almost 1-to-10. But that's the thing about Forex, or futures, or crypto, whichever you want. Or this one, you could have made 1-to-2. It's almost impossible to predict when would the price, exit. Or you would have to introduce a lot of price action into this. So I'm not a big fan of doing that. So yeah, that was the strategy. That was the trade recaps for the Monday, Tuesday. Oh, sorry, we didn't record. Monday's recorded in the previous video. This was for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And yeah, I'm done for the week pretty much. Now I'm just gonna have my group calls with my students on Saturday and Sunday. And then talk shit with them. And yeah, spend some time with my family. That's it. Anyway, I'm gonna quit the yapping. Thank you for watching. I know it's a long video. Let me see, how much was it? Oh shit, it was 30 minutes. I talk too much actually. I gotta stop talking too much. That's something I gotta work on. It's a soft skill I need to work on. Nah, I'm joking. Thank you for watching. If you still haven't watched the course video, I would highly recommend it. I'm gonna leave a link in my description for the course video. It's 5 hours long, so go watch it so you learn the strategy in depth. And then I'm also leave my IG link so that if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to do so. Just follow me on IG and hit me up. I do reply to messages, by the way. Or you could leave a comment if you want to ask anything. But I prefer, I'm more active on IG, you know what I mean? And if you would like to work with me one-on-one and become my student, you could apply through the link in the description. So that's it. Pretty much 3 links you have. You gotta choose one of them. Either you go apply, follow me on IG, or you watch the course video. Whichever you do, I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you in the next video. I love you, man, and peace out.